Hotels today are selling their rooms across more channels than ever before, from Booking.com to Airbnb, Expedia, and even their own website, and many more. And with more channels comes more opportunity. In this video, I'll break down what channel management actually is, how it works, and what hotels actually need to get it right. Hey, I'm Sean, and this is Sean Explains, where I break down hotel tech simply. On today's docket, we're talking channel management for independent hotels. So let's start with what is channel management. A hotel today doesn't just sell on their own website. You're also selling on Booking.com, Airbnb, and Expedia to maximize online distribution of your rooms. And each of those online travel agents we call channels. And channel management is simply the process of distributing your hotel's rooms across all of those channels, or the ones that you choose to sell on. But here's the problem. Each one of those platforms, or channels if you will, has their own interface, rules, and policies for you to sell your rooms on. And if you're trying to update your rates or your inventory manually across all your channels, you're asking for trouble. We're talking mismatched pricing, double bookings, hours of staff time just logging into extranets. It's a headache. And that's exactly why channel management software exists, to automate all of that and keep everything accurate, and to make sure your data is consistent across all the platforms that you're selling on. So that's the problem. Now let's talk about the solution, which brings us to the next question, which is, how does a channel manager actually work? A channel manager is a software that connects your property management system, your PMS, and syncs your room inventory across all of those third-party channels. So that way you're just updating your rates and your availability in one place. So here's a quick example. A guest books for your hotel on Expedia, and now that exact room is no longer available. So now that automatically updates on Booking.com, Airbnb, or any other channels that you're selling on automatically, and you don't have to manually update it to ensure that you're not gonna double book the same room. So there's no delay, there's no manual updating, and there's no risk of disappointing a guest for those double bookings. And it works from the other direction too. If you're updating rates or availability for your hotel, then it will automatically push out to all the channels that you're selling on. So you only have to update it once in your PMS, and then everything else is taken care of. That's really the core of it. One update everywhere instantly. Now, why does this actually matter? You might be thinking to yourself, is it really that big of a deal? And it is. Let me explain why. The first reason is consistency. You want to make sure your rates are the same across all of your channels, because you don't want to confuse your guests and hurt your reputation. Not only that, but you don't want to give your hotel staff extra work if rooms are not available that are showing up on certain platforms and you're getting double bookings. It's key for the guest experience to have the same price, same availability, and same information everywhere, no matter where a guest is booking. The second reason is efficiency. Think about how much time your team takes logging into extranets and manually updating rates and availability. A channel manager eliminates most of that so your staff can get back to delivering a great guest experience. The third reason is revenue optimization, and this is a big one. A good channel manager doesn't just keep things accurate. It gives you the ability to react in real time. You can adjust pricing dynamically based on demand. You can turn channels on or off depending on performance. For example, you can push a last-minute promotion if you need to fill rooms. And when that's connected to a revenue intelligence tool, it becomes even more powerful. Your pricing can adjust automatically depending on what's happening in the market, without you having to do anything. So it's not just about preventing errors, it's about actively driving more revenue. So if you're thinking about purchasing a channel manager, here's what to look out for. The first one is channel access. Make sure the channel manager you're choosing has the channels that you actually want to sell on, because not all channel managers are created equal. Some have a smaller library of channels, and others have certain channels that are only available in certain parts of the world. And you really want that flexibility to test new markets without a complex setup. Make sure your channel manager connects to your property management system, your PMS, your booking engine for your direct website, and your payment system as well. If those aren't connected, you're still going to be doing manual work somewhere. Look for a solid two-way API connectivity. Now, another one to look out for is transparency pricing. You don't want a channel manager that's going to be charging a commission on every booking, because those start to add up quickly. Most providers charge a flat monthly fee, and that's what you want. You should know exactly what you're paying with a clear return on your investment. Now, another interesting one is multi-currency and localization. If you're attracting international guests, you need a system that can handle multiple currencies and languages without creating accounting headaches, of course. At the end of the day, the right channel manager should be invisible. Everything just works automatically without you having to think about it. So to wrap it up, a channel manager is how modern hotels control their online distribution. It keeps your inventory in sync, your pricing consistent, and your team focusing on guests instead of logging into extranets. If you're still managing your channels manually or stitching it together with spreadsheets, I can tell you there is a better way, and the technology is more accessible than ever before. If you found this helpful, remember to subscribe. I'm Sean with Cloudbeds, and I'll be breaking down more of these tools and systems that modern hotels use today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around.